college when that's how your band kind of came together, right? Like initially, isn't that what how you got?
Well, Frank and I originally got together because we were both working in our departments. I was working over the summer for the video lab in the performance department, and he was working in gallery setting up this big elaborate Alice Aycock show in the gallery. And so we both have lunch at about the same time. So we'd run into each other at lunch. And then pretty soon he'd come out over to the video studio and he was like, I've got a bass guitar because he found out what I was sort of up to and that I like to write. And I said, oh, maybe I should do a performance piece with you that we can record and I can do my poetry and you can play your bass. And he had a drum machine. So that set us up to then pretty soon go, well, let's get a guitar player and let's make a band.
So it was like your idol Patti Smith. You kind of I think that isn't that one of your first influences was listening.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. Yes, her whole free verse and just kind of, slightly improvisational, but yet, in a rock context. Actually, I think she was a little bit more rocker in a way than I always was, as far as like, Keith Richards t-shirt and stuff like that. I remember seeing her in the early days in one of those, but she fascinated me completely. And I just loved her kind of non-gender, gender, the way she could move through the world that way. And she's just really an inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Actually, here I got it. This is my book of day every.
Oh, yeah, that's fascinating too, that she did the photography.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you could look up your birthday and see what her photo was for that day and things like that. I think
Right.
that's neat.
I've been doing like I'm just reading a page a day, just going through it. It's anyway, it's she
Nice.
she still fascinates me. It's truly wonderful. She has a Substack.
I,
You follow her on Substack?
actually, I don't, but I probably should. I follow her on Instagram.
Oh, right, right.
That's really the only social media, and I am woefully behind. I have found out on following podcasts. Podcasts are this huge world I never really understood until I started doing promotion, through Randy. And he's like, this is how it's done now, because I was like, well, if you want to, get me in touch with college radio, they were, really big for Romeo Boyd. And he goes, that isn't really how people are discovering music anymore. It's mostly through podcast programs and stuff. I was like, okay, lead me into the 21st century because I'm very 20th century as you get older, and that's my roots. I was born in 1954, so
you've been
mid-century modern here.